If you'll notice it in last class, I taught you what is uniform speed and as well as non-uniform speed, correct? So I think the non-uniform speed definition also you not written. Have you written the non-uniform speed definition?
Yes, sir. We wrote, sir.
Yeah, so okay. So now if you notice it, so if it is a uniform speed, so when we can say body is in uniform speed, ready? So when we can say body is in uniform speed, if any
Sir,
kind
when the time and distance is
yeah.
equal.
So not it like all if the body is traveling equal distances in any equal interval of time, then we can say it is uniform speed. Yes or no? So if suppose if we'll take so from one point to another point, A to B and B to C and C to D, all the distance is 1 kilometer, 1 kilometer, 1 kilometer. Then if the body is traveling from A to B, understand? So from A to B, let me take 10 minutes and B to C also how much? Same 10 minutes and C to D also 10 minutes. So now, is it any restriction for this time interval, Harish? Arun Kailash? No restriction. Even though time period can become very small also. Do you understand? So we cannot say that. So if the body is traveling equal distance in equal interval of time, that is what you have to remember. So equal distance in equal intervals of time or else equal intervals, then that is what we used to call as uniform speed. Is it yes or no?
Yes, sir.
That is one. Yeah. So now if you'll notice it, then now if you'll notice it, so this is what we can say uniform speed, equal distances in equal interval of time. Now if you'll notice it next, what is that? Non-uniform speed. So if we'll take non-uniform speed means what? Two definitions we can make for non-uniform speed. So what is the non-uniform speed definition? Anybody? Non-uniform speed. Non-uniform speed means what is that? So in the form of yeah, it may be equal distances, but what it is unequal intervals of time. You understand? Unequal intervals of time. Then that is what we used to call as non-uniform speed. Now, or we can say, or what we can say, ready? Another definition: equal distances but unequal interval of time. So another definition, what? Unequal distances. Understanding? Unequal distances in what it is, guys? In equal interval of time. Okay, so that is what we used to call as intervals of time. Then that is what we used to call as non-uniform speed. Okay, clear, guys? Please respond.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
So
sir.
this is what we studied in the last class. So now in our today's class, we are going to study from here we are going to study and we'll continue. So that is the third kind of speed. That is what we can say. So first one is called as what, guys? Uniform speed. Second one is called as what? Non-uniform speed. And the third one, if it comes to study, that is what? Average speed we used to say. What we used to say, guys? Average. Understanding? So average speed. So what do you mean by average speed? Let us understand very carefully. Now, imagine Arun Kailash, are you there? Danishkar also joined. Very good. Good morning, Danishkar.
Yes, sir.
Now, imagine A to B, understanding? Next, B to C and C to D. So we don't know. Let me imagine this is 1 kilometer, this is 2 kilometer, understanding? And this is 5 kilometers. And timing also you can take different timing or same timing, your choice. Now, let me take this is, for example, 1 hour. This is also 1 hour and this is 1.5 hours. Now, this is what. Now, what do you mean by average speed? Understand, Harish? Average speed means nothing. You have to take. So average speed you equals to just add up all the distances. What is that? Average speed means what, guys? Total distances. Understanding? Divided by total time taken. Total distance divided by total time taken. So what is the extra word you are hearing here? Difference between speed and average speed. What is the extra word you are hearing? Total. Have you noticed it? Total alone is I am adding extra. Clear? Please respond. That is what you have to remember. So the average speed means total distance divided by total time taken. What is the total distance in this case? Respond. What is the total distance? 1 plus 2 plus 5. So 1 plus 2 plus 5 divided by total time taken. 1 plus 1 plus 1, 3 hours. So 3.5 hours. Is it yes or no? Please respond.
Sir.
That's all, which is equals to 8 by 3.5 kilometer per hour. That's all. So that is what your average speed across the journey. Clear? Everybody?
Yes, sir.
So that is. So average speed means nothing we have to do it. What we have to do, Danishkar? Total distance we have to sum divided by total time taken. That's all. Will give you the average speed. Clear, guys? Everybody?
Yes, sir.
That
Yes,
is.
sir.
So sum of the total distance divided by total sum of the total time taken will give you what? Average speed. So this is what the formula. So please write the definition. Right. The ratio of it is the ratio. Understand? The ratio of the total distance traveled. The ratio of the total distance traveled total distance, the ratio of the total distance traveled to the total time of travel, to the total time of travel. Total time of travel is called as what, guys? Is called average speed. What is to call? Average speed. Clear? So now what is the formula for average speed? Arun Kailash? Average speed is equals to
Total distance by
total
total
distance
time
divided
taken.
by total time taken. That's all. Clear? Ready? Any doubt? Gokul?
Yes,
That-
sir.
Okay, even example also you can make. This is the example you can take. So different timings and different distances. So if you want to find average speed, then you can take sum of the all the distances divided by sum of the all the time taken. That's all. So please all of you write. This is what about what it is. Any doubt, guys? Completed?
Yes, sir.
Now, so as I told you, so before going to study this speed, so one more concept also we have to study, which is similar to this only, so that I forgot to tell you that, but let it be, that is also, we'll finish it now. So now if you notice it, guys, that is what, so we studied now three kinds of speed. What is that speed, guys? Anybody can tell me? What is the speed?
Uniform speed, non-uniform speed,
Yeah, uniform speed, non-uniform speed. Understanding non-uniform speed also we can call it as variable speed. What we used to call, guys? Variable speed. Okay. So kindly remember that. So variable speed also we used to call it as non-uniform. Okay. So now if we'll take this, so three kinds of speed we are studying. One is average speed or uniform speed. Second one is variable speed, and the third one is average speed. Now let us take average speed. What is the meaning of average speed? We can take average speed means what it is. Total distance traveled divided by total time taken. Now, I will show you one graph. That is what suppose imagine that is the distance or the time taken by the body. Now let me see from that. Can anybody tell me the formula of what is the distance and average speed formula? So let me see who will say. So this is what the graph. Now can you tell me? I want now average distance. So what you people will say average distance means? You can take example also. So average distance not. So average speed is equals to. So what is the formula will come? Anybody? From this graph you can tell me. What is the average speed is equals to formula? Harish. Distance you can check it. What is the distance first? X1, X2, X3, X4. Distances. Time what? T1, T2, T3, T4. Now what is the average speed formula? Danishkar, what is the average speed formula? Sum of all the distances. So sum of all the distances means what is the distances here? What is the distances here?
10, sir.
10. X1 plus, X2 plus, X3 plus, X4. That is what the distances. Yes or no, Harish? Distances I am asking, Harish. Divide by what is the time? T1 plus, T2 plus, T3 plus, T4. So like this, we can find average speed from the graph questions. Okay. So because this is graph based question, so many in this chapter full of graph based questions only. So average speed is the average of initial and final speed of the particles. Understand? So if it is in motion such that its keep on changes, then it is we can say the average speed is sum of the total like x1 plus x2 plus x3 plus x4 divided by t1 plus t2 plus t3 plus t4. Is it okay, Harish?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Now I will from this image only I'll make you one more image. Now this is the one formula for average speed. What? Speed is increasing, decreasing, increasing, decreasing, increasing, decreasing. Yes or no? Yes, please respond.
Yes,
now, for example, if keep a special case, do you understand? So special case, if speed is increasing, understand, constantly, if speed increases constantly, do you understand? No decrease. Do you understand? Speed increasing what? Danishkar? Speed increasing constantly. Then in that case, if in that case the average speed is equals to formula, average speed is equals to what is the formula means? Body is having some initial velocity. So for example, see. So by the time graph will come like this, how it will come, Harish? Graph will come like straight line. Understand, like uniform motion. Understand, Ra? So in this case, average speed means so initial velocity plus final velocity divided by 2. So we'll give you average speed. When this case, special case it is, when we have to use this formula, when speed is constantly it is increasing. Do you understand, everyone? So if it is increasing, decreasing, like that we have to write it. X1 plus X2 plus X3 divided by X4 divided by T1 plus T2 plus T3 plus T4. Like that we will add when increasing speed, decreasing speed, increasing speed, decreasing speed, like that it is. But if average speed is the average of initial and final speed, when if the particle is in motion such that its speed changes at a constant rate. How the speed is changing, Harish? If the speed changes at constantly or constant rate, then we can say average speed is equals to initial velocity, initial speed we used to represent with a u, and final speed how we can represent, guys? Final speed will represent with what? V divided by 2. So u plus v by 2 when the speed of the body is increasing at constant rate. Is it okay, everybody? Tanishkar, Arun Kailash. So we are having two formulas for average speed. Ready? I understand. Ready? Two formulas for average speed. One formula is what? Variable speed. Another formula is what? speed is increasing at constant rate. So this formula we have to use. Hari is very, very important for solving numericals. That is what I'm saying. So this formula we have to use when variable speed. What is that, guys?
Variable speed.
Variable speed. Do you understand? If speed is understanding not increasing constant rate, that is what we can say. So please, all of you remember, if speed is not varying, speed is not varies at constant rate, then what is the average speed formula? V average is equals to. So what is this V average? AVG means what? V average means what, guys? Average velocity. So kindly remember, like that we'll write. V average is equals to total distance. Understanding? Total distance divided by total time taken. Okay. So now total distance symbol, tell me, S1, S2, S3, like that, divided by total time T1, T2, T3, like that it will come. Yes or no, guys? Yes, please respond. That is what it is. When the speed is not varies at constant rate. Now, what is the second case? If the speed is varies at constant rate. Understanding, everybody? If speed is varies at constant rate means in the sense of, for example, check it, guys. For example, see, Harish is started with a 0 kilometer per hour. Everybody will start with a 0 kilometer per hour only. Yes or no, Harish?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
1 hour you traveled 10 kilometers. For how many hours? 1 hour. Okay. Next 1 hour you traveled 10 become again 10 kilometers. So 10 kilometers means where you will be there? Plus 10, 20 kilometer per hour. Next 1 hour you traveled, your speed will become how much, guys? 30 kilometer per hour. Understanding? So what is the difference between every time? From 1 to 1, how much difference? How much, guys? 10 kilometer. Yes or no? Please respond. So 10
Yes, sir.
kilometer per hour. So now from one place to another place, 10 kilometer per hour. Now you can take average of anywhere, we'll get the same average speed. Yes or no, guys? So in like these cases, so if we'll take V average is equals to, understanding? So what we have to take, guys? Anything you can take. This is the initial velocity, this is the final velocity. Or this is the initial velocity, this is the final velocity. Or this is the initial velocity, this is the final velocity. So wherever you will take, so V average is equals to sum of initial, what is that, guys? Initial velocity, understanding? Sorry, velocity I'm speaking. Sorry, initial speed plus final speed. Initial speed plus final speed divided by what? Divided by 2. That will give you. So initial velocity or speed will depend with the U. Final speed is V divided by 2 will give you V average. When the body is varying, the speed is varying at the constant rate. Is it okay, guys? When the speed is varying, it is not increasing, not decreasing. Only at a constant rate, the speed changes. Then the average speed is the what? Average of initial and final speed of the particle. It is in motion. When there is no increase in speed, no decrease in speed. Is it okay, Harish? Ready?
Yes, sir.
That is, now speed is increasing at constant rate. Then V average is equals to final speed plus initial speed divided by 2. So that is the two formulas kindly have to remember. Any doubt, guys? Danishkar, no response at all. Gokul also. Okay, clear? So this formula we have to use different distances in different timings. So we'll do total sum, but this formula we have to use when the speed is varies at constant rate. Is it okay, guys?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Now,
Yes, sir.
before going to study the next concept, that concept called as, like we studied now what? 3 types of speed. What is the 3 types of speed, guys? Uniform speed, variable speed, and as well as what? average speed. Clear? Now the next concept which we are going to study is velocity. So velocity also will be 3 times. So that is what we are going to study. So what is the velocity? Can anybody tell me? What is that? Velocity is also 3 times. So one is uniform velocity. Second one is what? Non-uniform velocity or variable velocity. Second one, the next one is average velocity. Okay. Now, but before going to study what is velocity and all, first of all, we'll study one more concept which we missed actually. That is very, very important. That is what? Instead of uniform speed, first of all, you should understand uniform motion and non-uniform motion. What is the concept, guys? Uniform and non-uniform motion. So you might be different, understand same definition almost, but you might be varies with the words alone. Now let me see somebody of you tell me out of 5 what do you mean by uniform motion. What you are expecting? Uniform motion, uniform motion. What do you mean by uniform motion? Anybody?
If the motion of the body is same.
Yeah, motion of the body is not same. If the body travels equal distance in equal interval of time,
Interval of time.
no matter how small these intervals of time, that is what we used to call as what? Uniform motion. Clear? But have you heard, sir, this definition is similar to the uniform speed also. Yes or no, guys?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
sir.
that is what. So the same thing, that is what I am saying. So uniform speed, if you'll take, what is the uniform speed I said, guys? Uniform speed, what I said? Uniform speed means what I said. Definition, check it and tell
Speed
me.
of the ball.
Yeah, speed. Uniform
Body
speed.
travels equal distance in equal
Yeah.
interval of time.
Very good. So equal distance in equal interval of time, then it is called as uniform speed. So the same definition we can write it for what? Uniform motion also. Clear? So if a body is traveling, if a body covers uniform distance or equal distance in equal interval of time, equal distance in equal interval of time, then what is to say? Then it is called as uniform motion. What is to call? What is to call, guys? Uniform motion. Okay. So if a body covers equal distances in equal interval of time, then it is called as uniform motion. Is it okay, Harish? Ready? Yeah, Arun Kailash now. So if we'll take, we are using 2 words in this definition. What is that words? Can anybody find and tell me? Very important words. 2 words we are using in this definition. What is that? Anybody?
Distance and time, sir.
Distance and time. Yes or no? Distance and time we are talking. So if we'll draw the graph for distance and time, so uniform motion. If a body is in uniform motion, you remember, so always you have to take time in x-axis. Where you have to take, guys? Time in x-axis, and why we will take, understanding why we will take distance. Okay, so if we take the distance in y-axis, then if it is a uniform motion, then the graph will be always straight line. How it will be present, guys?
Straight line.
Straight line, uniform motion. Clear, everybody? Any doubt? Understanding? Next. This is what we used to call as uniform motion. Clear? Please respond. That is what. So now,
Yes, sir.
the distance time graph for uniform motion, it is always how it is, guys? Always it is straight line graph.
Right.
Yeah, that is. Now, if a body is in non-uniform motion, means if it will travels unequal distance in equal interval of time, what we can say, guys? Unequal distance in equal interval of time. Or we can say what? Or what we can say, guys?
Equal distance in unequal interval of time.
Yeah, equal distance in unequal interval of time. Very good. Ready. Interval of time. That is what we used to call as non-uniform motion. Please make it non-uniform motion. Clear, everybody? Yes or no? That is what
Sir,
your
you wrote non-motion of motion, sir.
non-uniform motion. Sorry. Non-uniform motion. Okay, ready? Yeah, non-uniform motion. Tanishka, is it completed? Prem brother.
Yes, sir.
Well,
Yes,
yeah,
sir.
that is what. So now you tell me, if it is a equal distance and equal interval of time, graph is straight line. If it is unequal distance and unequal interval of time, so whatever it is, equal distance in unequal or equal time in unequal distance, whatever it is, then how the graph will come? Harish, ready? Anybody? It won't be a straight line. It will be some curved line. Understanding? So that is what you can say. Even for example, see, if you'll go to your terrace and if you'll throw the ball from your terrace, then it is keep on, the speed is keep on, where like distance traveled by the body is keep on increases or decreases. It will be keep on varies. So that is why we can say a falling body is also example of what? Non-uniform motion. A falling body is an example of what? Non-uniform motion. Clear? Now, so if you take the graph for non-uniform motion, then again you have to take what? X-axis and Y-axis. So X-axis will take, X-axis what will take? Guys? Time we have to take.
Time.
Graph you must know because graphs only very important in class 9. And Y-axis we will take, guys? We'll take distance. So if we'll take the distance, then if it is the non-uniform motion, then graph will be curved line. How it will be? Curved line. Do you understanding everybody? So it is only graph for non-uniform motion. So please kindly write it. What is the graph this one? It is a graph for non-uniform motion. Okay, that is what. And this is the graph for what? This is the graph for uniform motion. That is what?
Uniform motion.
Okay, so OA is the uniform motion. Here also OA is the non-uniform motion. So this is what you have to draw. So please kindly draw. Have you understand? Now, if you want, you all having textbook. Textbook page number 5, you just check it. So if you take freely falling body from the terrace, they are showing that a ball dropped from the roof of a tall building travels unequal distance in equal interval of time. So it has uniform motion or non-uniform motion. Unequal distance in equal interval of time. Unequal distance in equal interval of time. What is that, guys? It is non-uniform motion. Very good. So, what is the example of non-uniform motion? Anybody? Is it any body in our surroundings which is in uniform motion? Anybody? Suppose you take your car, you take your bike, you take your bus or train, whatever it is it there in uniform motion or non-uniform motion?
Non-uniform motion.
Non-uniform. Why? How you are saying they are non-uniform motion?
Yeah, sir, the speed changes continuously.
Yes, speed not, distance traveled and time taken. Do you understanding? So both will be keep on changes. That is the reason we can say the every motion of a body, then it is in which motion? Non-uniform motion. Understand? Sometimes increases, sometimes decreases. We cannot say. So that is what we used to say non-uniform motion. So this is what I want to teach you before speed, but actually I forgot it. That is why I'm teaching now. Now, so let us comes to again speed. So as we know, we studied 3 types of speed. Is it yes or no, guys? Yes. One is what? Uniform speed. Second one is what?
Non-uniform.
Speed or speed. And what is the third one? Third one is what?
Average speed.
Average speed. Now, do you all have bike in our home, guys? So now, as I mentioned you, speed is a scalar or vector quantity. Tanishkar, Arun Kailas, speed is a scalar or vector quantity?
Scalar quantity.
Scalar.
quantity, sir.
Why speed is called a scalar quantity? We are not no more
Because there's no
the
direction.
direction. Only we are talking about the speed of the body. No direction is mentioned. Yes or no? So now if you notice it, in our car or bike, can you able to see this one? Have you noticed it?
Yes, sir.
Speedometer.
Yes,
Now you
sir.
can see. Here you can notice it. This tank is indicating fuel tank. What is this? Fuel reading. So how much fuel inside your car? And this reading is indicating RPM, means engine capacity, how much fast or how much slow. RPM means rotations per minute. How much, what is that?
Rotation per
Minute. Now, this is what we are going to see in our every car or bike and all. So this is three kinds of meters we are seeing here. So this first and last we don't want. Middle alone you can see. Middle alone, can you able to see here one digital screen? Some bikes having digital screen and someone is having rings only, normal rotating rings. Have you noticed it, guys? Yes, please.
Yes,
let's-
sir.
That is so. In this one, you can see it is measured. What is the unit of this one? The digital screen alone. What is the unit of this one? The digital
kilometer.
kilometer. Okay, so it is kilometer. Suppose you ask your father, what is the total distance traveled by our car? So he will say around. It is 5,000 kilometers. Means from the purchase time to till today. Suppose my bike will take around, it is now 7,000 plus kilometer it is running. So what do you mean by the 7,000? Is it traveled by today or from the purchase time?
From the purchase time.
Purchase time. So this one always will give you the total distance traveled by the body. Understanding, everybody? So the total distance traveled by our vehicle will give you this digital screen, or you can say go and see your bike. So two kinds of things will be there. So this one where the total distance will save. This is only is to called as odometer. What is to call, guys?
Odometer.
Yeah.
Odometer.
Everybody. So where the total distance, we can see the total distance traveled by our body. So that is what odometer we can say. Now, you can notice it, guys. Here up you are able to see one more unit. What is this unit, guys? Anybody? What is this unit, guys?
Speed. Kilometer per hour.
Kilometer per hour. What is this unit? Kilometer per hour. Kilometer per hour means what is the unit of that? What is the unit of that? It is the unit of speed. Understanding? So here, at what speed now body is moving? Around 85 kilometer per hour. Yes or no? 85 kilometer per hour. Now, this is the speed of a body before and after or at this moment? At that moment or after or before?
At that moment, sir.
At that moment.
That moment. Understanding? So at that moment, whatever the speed of body, understand, whatever the speed your body is traveling, that has been shown by outer one. Is it yes or no? This is the one which will show our body speed. Is it yes or no, guys? So this is only ways to call it